Hello! Another pyjama day. Yeah, no work today. Which I'm annoyed about, and not had a call. So, no work tomorrow, apparently, unless I get a call in the morning, which is not good. However, I do have a job interview tomorrow. Well, I originally applied for a spa job at a festival, so I knew it was just going to be a weekend's work. But I worked out the money, rough count, it's 150 for a weekend. It's a little bit lower than I would normally have for, a day's work or whatever. But hey, it's 2 days guaranteed money work. And if I've got any other work in the meantime, like during the week either side, then, it's all good. So anyway, I got a text saying, hey, we liked your CV, would you like to come and talk to us? Well, I got a text and a missed call. I realised, oh, this is the text, this is from this person, and that matches the missed call number. So, alright, cool. Phoned them back. And she's like, hello, Michelle. Like, hi. So I don't know if she like literally wrote me down or just had the numbers or whatever, but so, yeah. Basically, what we're doing is we like your CV, we want to come and talk to you, like to meet you properly. Like, okay, cool. But would you be interested in doing promotional work as well? Well, what do you mean? Like, basically going to places, handing out flyers, talking to people. Well, I can talk to people. I don't know about necessarily upselling or stuff, but, handing out flyers, what have you. Alright, cool, Kim, so come talk to us. So, this will be, this town here and this, like, oh, that's cool. Sounds like it could be fun. However, I don't drive, which is not a problem. We've got someone who is a driver, and that's basically they're being paid to drive people. So, need to still actually officially meet the person. It's still not guaranteed, although stuff like that, it's usually they just want to know you exist. And then, last time I just did a festival, it was like, yeah, you exist. So yeah, you pretty much in, and you're willing to do promotion work as well. Okay. From what she says, it looks like the promotion work's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be both Saturday and Sunday or just like a Saturday, but like it'll be a weekend thing. And I don't know if it's gonna be every weekend leading up to. Given the fact it's in July, that's at least a day's work guaranteed for the next month and a bit. Obviously, it's not enough money. It's not all the money, but again, if I get like a day guaranteed every day, every week with that one, and then a couple of days, hopefully in the week, so it should be enough to sort of top me up. So there's that. If it's not every weekend, it's still more going on, and obviously that's leading up to the festival, and the festival happened. So technically, that would be it. However, I don't know this for certain because nothing is guaranteed. It could potentially get a foot in the door to whatever that group or company is, and it is like Todd and the whole. This group, this company. I know it's on the website, but I forgot to look up the name right properly to remember it. But it's like this company presents Todd and the Whole, and so maybe again, even if it's just other event work, it's alright, I enjoy that kind of stuff. I actually do think it's a lot of fun, and sort of just go in, do your thing, and don't have to worry about making friends with people. Well, I mean, it's nice if you can get on with the people you're working with there and then, but if you got someone you don't get along with, you're not stuck with them. Last time I did event catering, it was great fun. I was doing bar backing at Standen, and I got really good reports, and everyone said, oh, we work with her again, and it didn't work out with the company because basically I did that weekend, and they said, oh, what else? She said, well, I do have a day job. This is just kind of a weekend thing. Like, I can do evenings, I can do weekends. And they called me up about one job, but I couldn't do it because I was working. It was basically, oh, well, just, tell them, make up an excuse. And I'm like, I can't really do that. And then when I actually had lost that job, I said, oh, hey, so I'm available all the time now. And like, oh, yeah, but you never called us. I was like, well, you knew my schedule. So the weird follow-up to that story is they called me like the next year, saying, "Oh, hey, we saw you worked with us before, or we got your CV about Standen." Like, yeah, I applied last year. I did it. You liked me. I got good feedback. I'm like, "Oh, you worked with us before? Oh, let me just talk to my boss," and I never got a call back. So, sod those people. The job was fun, and they paid me. That was fine. But the the way they were managing it. Well, oh, because you're not available, we like, no, I'm available. Well, my other job wasn't a brilliant job, and it was one I lost. But it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to my regular job to do a different job when you tell me to. You know, I didn't think it was that good. I mean, it was fun doing it. I kind of regret not being there anymore, but whatever. Got this one, hopefully. Like I said, it's probably going to be fine. I'm babbling. There's the questions here. Should we answer one of these instead? Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, it's quite a cool question. If you were to make a time capsule, what would you put inside? I'm pretty sure we did this at school. I think everyone's done it at school. I think back in the day, I'll probably just like posters and cassette tapes, and you see cassette tapes. Yeah. Good questions. I wouldn't put my actual phone because obviously I need it, but maybe like one of my older phones that still work but I don't want to use anymore. I don't need anymore. Maybe one of those loaded up with my favourite music and pictures and stuff. Actually, you know what? You wouldn't even need a whole capsule, would you? You just like get a phone with a decent memory card, load it up with a load of stuff, like take pictures of, you know, this is my house, this is my garden, this is like my walk to work or school or wherever you're doing. These are some of my best peeps. These are like my favourite teacher boss, you know. And so you can sort of do that, like a photo log of your life. Here's my favourite food and drink. Here's the dogs I meet on the way, you know. Here's a very long shot of a picture of something I'm really scared of. And then you can like add your music, or you can like add video files, either of yourself, like talking to the thing, explaining to your future, or of videos of other stuff that you like, that you've been able to sort of download in some format. And by doing it like that way, and assuming like you put a power, you know, put a plug in there as well, doing it like that, you then can, even if the technology moves on to a point where I can't imagine like VCL wouldn't be able to play a video file, or you know, MP3s wouldn't work on a system anymore, but the phone's there. You've got the information, and you've got the means to look at the information in the same package. And like I say, you put a plug in there, you're not going to worry about power. Obviously you have it powered down in the capsule. So yeah, you could do that. You can take pictures and vlogs and write notes and, you know, share music, videos. Yeah, I think a phone itself is kind of the ultimate time capsule these days. Beyond that, maybe some DVDs or Blu-rays of like a couple of favourite films, or you know, what we watched. Maybe like a top 10, like, I don't know necessarily an actual physical top 10 of the actual items, but you could record the top 10 of whatever was, you know, books, films, games, music, whatever other top 10 you can think of. You know, your top 10 crushes at that point, your top 10 favourite episodes of this show at the point you made the capsule. So that'd be kind of neat as well. And yeah, you could physically put like some CDs or something in, but depending on how big you wanted it. I'm going to go shoebox size. So shoebox size, you're not going to have room to put actual books, DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs of like the top 10. But yeah, you could write a physical list and say, hey, this is what was the top 10 of this. Recipe cards. I mean, again, this is stuff that can be done on the phone, but you know, you want hard copy. Maybe, because I know they do it, but I don't know how well it was stored. Like some long life food. I guess the joke is always Twinkie, but we don't really have Twinkie in England. We do now, but not so much, and it's too expensive, so I've never tried a Twinkie. But you know, it's like long store food, maybe, her favourite things. A picture of, you know, something or other. Or maybe a favourite, maybe not a favourite, but like a small teddy, or you know, scrap of cloth or clothing or something. You know, I think it's small enough to squish in. I don't know, you know, like stuff like that would be kind of interesting to dig up later on, but maybe a deck of cards. I like playing cards. I collect them. I'll have to show you my collection one day. Yeah, so something like that. So yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of things you could put into a time capsule, but for me, I think a phone. The phone is a capsule itself, you know. So, phone, charger, load it up with what you think your future self might be interested in later in life, or whoever finds it. And yeah, there's your time capsule. Oh, one thing you should do: put the code in as well. If you're gonna, as long as you've not got either have it disconnected from the internet, I'll switch the Wi-Fi off, but that phone have no apps or anything, you know, media apps, or be completely logged out of anything that might default onto their like social media, just in case it was like dug up next week rather than, you know, next decade, because somebody might end up nicking that shit. No, so don't put any mobile, you know, like mobile banking apps on it, but otherwise, you know, leave the code in there so people either leave it with no look code, or put the code like in the phone case or something so people can actually access it. So that's what I'd do. I'd load up a mobile phone with everything in it that I like at the time. Maybe talk to it for a little bit and say, hey, this is what I was doing on the day I made this. And yeah, and have the phone itself be the time capsule. Alright, I have found it. I have found my piece of paper. So, you know, you can go here. Otherwise, feel free to tell me what you put in a time capsule. You know, comments is always nice. If you want to hit the button that's about there, that'd be really cool. Yeah. Otherwise, you know, I thank you for watching. I always appreciate you who have gotten all this way through. Or as my young friend said, if you haven't got all this way, screw you, because that was the thing he said. It makes sense in context. But yes, I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.